What's good, everybody? It's RFG back at it today. I'm here to go over a subject I feel is very important for everybody to understand, overstand, and understand. It's pertaining to the importance of healing crystals and certain elements on this planet. Okay, like I've stated before, we are under control of entities that are not human. Okay, they're not human because when you look at the etymology of the word human, you're talking about human. The prefix hu means colored, human, colored man, melanated man. Okay, that is the definition of a human. We are under the control of entities known as mankind who share a bloodline that goes back to entities known as draconians. Okay, now I want everybody to understand that when I say human, about 70 to 75% of Caucasians on this planet are actually part of the human family, but they don't even realize it, okay? Because technically speaking, the only people who are part of the cursed bloodline are the individuals in power, pulling the strings behind the scenes, okay? Those individuals in power are known as warlocks. They're not sorcerers, they're warlocks. There's a big difference, okay? Individuals like me who consider themselves sorcerers, I get my information and my intuition from the true source, the real source, okay? The universal source, the solar system source. So I'm referred to as a sorcerer. The individuals in power, okay, are warlocks. They're witches and warlocks. They're warlocks because they've locked society down in warfare. They've locked society down, locked their minds down, and now they manipulated them to go to war. So you're locked down in warfare, going crazy out here, fighting each other over differences of appearance and religion and ideology, and you're going to war. You're locked in warfare because you're under the control of the warlocks who have you locked down in the warfare. You see what I'm saying? This is how this etymology thing works, okay? The English language is coded to let us know the real truth, okay? That is what etymology is all about, okay? It is the real true sorcerers versus the warlocks. The real true sorcerers who get their energy and enlightenment from the true source of the universe, they are the Moors. They are the original Moors on this planet. Okay, the Atlanteans and the Lemurians. The individuals in power are the individuals who stole that knowledge from the sorcerers, used it to manipulate the minds of the masses, got them divided up with race and religion, and now they have everybody locked in warfare. The warlocks. They're the warlocks. The Knights of Malta in the Vatican. The Green Beret government. The black budget government that controls the government we see. The government we see is just an illusion. It's all a big farce. It's all an illusion. The real government, our real government, is at the Vatican and lives in underground military bases, underground cities. That's our true government. Okay, now one thing the warlocks love to do is to trick us and label a certain country as a bad guy, so we can send our troops over there to fight a meaningless war. Meanwhile, the Green Beret government goes to that country, and what do they take? They take their precious metals and their crystals. In every single war on this planet, they always, gave us the false illusion of the bad guy while they were taking metals and crystals. Metals and crystals. Vietnam. We went over there, talked about, oh yeah, we have to stop them from becoming communists. It was about the metals and the crystals. It wasn't even about the oil, people. Like I said, I learned something new almost every day. It wasn't about the oil. It all goes back to the metals and the crystals. When we went over there to overthrow Saddam Hussein, go look it up, people. Go look it up. Back in 2004, we went over there in Iraq, and what did the Green Beret government do? When they dethroned Saddam Hussein, they took over the metals and the crystals. But why don't they talk about this on your news stations? Why don't they talk about this, you know what I'm saying, and let the world know about it? They want to tell you about some fake boogeyman and then give our mother moon goddess Isis a bad name by a government organization that they created. You see what I'm saying? All while they're taking the precious metals and the crystals. Well, let me tell you about these metals and these crystals. One thing we have to understand is when we say that word element, when we're talking about metals and crystals, we're talking about something called elements. And when we talk about elements, we're talking about elements, items that are under the control of El, Saturn, elements, which means that all these earth elements were under El's control, were under Saturn's control, because this planet used to be orbiting around Saturn when Saturn used to be a star called Sirius D. Sirius D near the center of the galaxy. The Earth was orbiting around Saturn, okay? Saturn used to be this Earth's star. That's why you have, in astrology, you have Earth planets. You have Earth planets, which are Saturn, Mercury, and Venus. Saturn, Mercury, and Venus, which means Saturn used to be the star, Mercury and Venus and the Earth used to be orbiting around Saturn. I bet your gurus and your scientists and your biologists and your astrologists can't tell you nothing about that. Venus, Mercury, and the Earth used to all be orbiting around Saturn when Saturn used to be Sirius D with the Sirius stars near the center of the galaxy. Saturn used to be Sirius D. Okay? Nobody's going to be able to tell you this information. Okay? So that's why we call all the elements on this earth elements. All the particles on this earth are called elements because the original creator of this earth was Saturn, the Saturn star. The Saturn star. When Saturn fell after the war broke out with our ancestors, Saturn died and was formed into a gas planet and was bound by that ring. That's when Saturn became Lord of the Rings. But all these earth particles are still referred to as elements because El created this earth. So you say element, element. The ment's in control of El. So all these different particles, different metals and crystals hold different planetary energies. Some of these planets, aka angels, were against El. Some of them were working for El. But most of their elements are still here on this planet. Okay? Now, let me explain. Let's get into birthstones for a little bit, or crystals. We have the zodiac sign known as Aries. Aries is ruled by the diamond stone. The diamond stone. Okay? Taurus is ruled by that emerald. Okay? The diamond stone that rules Aries, the original diamonds come from the planet Mars. Because the diamond rules Aries and Aries is ruled by Mars. The emerald is ruled by Taurus. Taurus is ruled by the emerald. Okay, the emeralds come from the planet Venus. Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury and is also ruled by the stone agate. The agate stone. The agate stone, okay, which opens up stargates. The agate stone, and it is ruled by the planet Mercury. Mercury is also the messenger, which is ruled by the number 5, the messenger, which is Mercury, the planet of communication. And the stone that rules that is the agate, because it opens portals to stargates so you can send the message and communicate to your ancestors. Cancer is ruled by the moonstone. Okay, so the moonstone and the pearl on this planet actually come from the moon. The moonstone and the pearl. How more obvious can you get? You can't get more obvious than that, people. Leo, the zodiac sign Leo is ruled by the ruby. The ruby, and the original, a lot of people don't know this, the original ruby is purple. It's not red, it's purple. The original ruby on this planet is purple, okay? And it rules your heart chakra, and it's purple. Okay, that is the original ruby. The Virgo is ruled by the peridot. Okay, the peridot also comes from Mercury. The stone peridot also comes from Mercury. Libra is ruled by the sapphire. Which comes from Venus. The sign Scorpio is ruled by the stone of known as topaz. Okay, topaz is the same thing as plutonium. Topaz holds the same energy as plutonium, and ladies and gentlemen, those two elements come from Pluto. It's not named that. These elements are not named that for no reason, because this planet holds bits and pieces of every other planet in the solar system. Okay, and this is the information that they're hiding from you, people. Sagittarius is ruled by the stone turquoise. The turquoise stone comes from one of the moons orbiting the planet Jupiter. It actually comes from Europa, the moon that's orbiting Jupiter called Europa. That's where we get the turquoise stone. Okay, the Capricorn stone is either an onyx or a garnet. And both of those stones come from one of the moons orbiting Saturn, known as Titan. The onyx and the garnet come from the moon Titan that orbits the planet Saturn. Okay, the Aquarius birthstone is known as the amethyst. And the amethyst, okay, comes from the planet Uranus, where it rains amethysts and it rains blue diamonds on Uranus, because the etymology of the word Uranus means heaven. Means same thing as Orion, heaven, gateway to heaven. Uranus is a planet that rains blue diamonds and rains amethysts. Go do your research, people. Like I said, I don't talk out of the side of my neck. Pisces is ruled by what? The aquamarine. Pisces is ruled by what? The aquamarine. The stone that comes from Neptune. Okay? And these are real physical places, people. These are real physical places. It's not a game. It's not a joke. Okay? They are putting us under an illusion that these stars are millions and billions of light years away, when it's all a goddamn farce. And the same thing with these planets, people. If you use a fuel known as helium-3 or neutrinos, aka antimatter, you can get from planet to planet in a matter of hours, people. In a matter of hours. These are why when people see UFO sightings, they are extremely, much faster than the fastest jets in our military, because they're using a completely different fuel. They're using anti-gravity. They're reversing the magnetism of the Earth. They're basically matching the polarity charge of Earth's magnetism, so the object can be sprung up from Earth's magnetism, while we are using a caveman-like anti-propulsion system, using a propulsion system trying to, you see what I'm saying, fight off Earth's magnetism. But our ancestors are just matching Earth's magnetism, so their objects are repelled away. You see what I'm saying? Just like when you put a positive magnet to another positive magnet, it repels. UFOs do the same thing with the Earth, with the polarity charge of the Earth. Okay? We're on Earth using these retarded ass propulsion systems, and that's why these UFOs are burning us, man. And it's the truth. It is the truth. And this is the information that they are hiding at Area 51. Okay? This is the information that is being kept from humanity. Okay? So let me get into these metals and the energy that these metals hold. Okay? And I'm just going to make it very simple by using the 13 zodiac signs. Okay? The metal, the Aries metal, okay, the metal that's ruled by Aries or Mars would be iron, would be the metal iron, because iron, the original iron, is found on the planet Mars. Copper is ruled by the sign Taurus. So the original, the original form of copper was found on the planet Venus. Gemini rules Quicksilver. So the first form of Quicksilver was found on the planet Mercury. Cancer rules silver. Silver on this planet is ruled by the planet, is ruled by Moon. I'm gonna repeat. This is gonna blow you guys away. Silver was first found on the Moon. What turns the cursed bloodline into werewolves? What turns the people who were cursed by Isis, the sons of Cain with the canine, who were cursed by Isis and were stripped of their melanin and stripped of their pineal gland, known as the sons of Cain, what turns them into werewolves? The Moon. And how do you kill a goddamn werewolf? The same metal that comes from the Moon is the goddamn silver bullet. The silver bullet that comes from the Moon, that destroys the werewolf that can't take the Moon's energy. It's time to think. It's time to think, because getting this information about these crystals, these metals, and astrology, it all ties in together, people. It all ties in together. The first form of silver was found on the Moon. That's why they say the only thing that can kill the werewolf is the silver bullet. It's time to wake up, because silver comes from the Moon. Hello, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. So silver comes from the Moon. Gold. Gold actually comes from, okay, particles that came from the sun, our star, the sun, when Saturn fell and became a gas planet, and this planet fell into the sun's orbit. Okay, the sun was a very, very new star and was shooting particles into this Earth's atmosphere that became gold. That is why when you look at the periodic table of elements and you look at the abbreviation for gold, the abbreviation for gold, hold on one second. The abbreviation for gold was AU. The abbreviation for gold was AU. Okay? And when you look at AU, you're talking about somebody's aura. You're talking about somebody's aura. Okay? AU for gold represents the aura, because gold rules the heart chakra just like the ruby. Gold and the ruby rule your heart chakra, which is the battery charger of your aura, AU. That's why the abbreviation for gold is AU. All connected. It's all connected, people. We have to understand the power and the energy that these crystals and these metals hold, because by obtaining, ladies and gentlemen, by obtaining these metals and these crystals, we can tap into and acquire the same frequency and the same vibration as all the other planets in the solar system, and we can use them to our benefit. Each chakra point is ruled by a different planet in this solar system, and if we acquire that certain crystal or that certain metal, we can repair and heal that chakra point. You see what I'm saying? If our 13th chakra is damaged, we can acquire an aquamarine birthstone, which can tap into and heal our 13th chakra. Okay? I'm going to get into that a little bit later. You see what I'm saying? It gets really deep. The rabbit hole gets really deep. So just pay attention. And you see what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to finish this this zodiac sign and metal, the metal connection. Okay, so like I said, Libra is ruled by copper. So the original copper on this planet comes from the planet Venus. The original steel and magnesium, comes from Pluto, where we also get plutonium. And magnesium comes from Pluto as well, because the planet Pluto in astrology rules magnetism and the dark matter. It rules magnetism and the dark matter. That's where magnesium comes from, the planet Pluto. So when we also look at the planet Ophiuchus, when we look at the star sign Ophiuchus, what rules the star sign Ophiuchus? What crystal holds that energy? It is Moldavite. It is Moldavite, because Moldavite came from the planet Maldek. Moldavite came from the planet Maldek. When Maldek hit Tiamat, it created this earth we live on today. When Maldek hit Tiamat, it created this earth we live on today. And the remains from Maldek gave you Moldavite. Okay? And when you look at Moldavite, it's actually a shiny green, clear substance. You see what I'm saying? That shoots out magnetism and pure energy. Okay, it looks like a very shiny green substance, and it also looks just like the kryptonite in the Superman movie. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look at Moldavite, it looks just like the kryptonite crystals in the Superman movies, because the Moldavite is actually the same thing as the kryptonite that comes from the planet Maldek, the unknown planet Maldek. That's where the Moldavite comes from. Okay, it's time to get hip to this information, and this is really going to blow you guys away. The metal that is ruled by Sagittarius is known as tin. The metal that's ruled by Sagittarius is known as tin, T-I-N, tin. When they say that, they're really saying T-E-N, they're really saying T-E-N, tin, because Sagittarius is really the 10th zodiac sign after the 9th sign, which is the serpent bearer. So when you look at the metal tin that's ruled by Sagittarius, it's telling you that Sagittarius is really the 10th sign, T-I-N, and the original T-I-N, like the tin hats and the tin cans, that comes from one of the moons of Jupiter. That comes from one of the moons of Jupiter. The tin, ruled by the 10th sign of the zodiac, the tin. The lead, the L-E-A-D, the lead, L-E-A-D, to lead somebody by L, the original leader, the L, L-E-E-L, it's the same thing. So when you look at the metal that is known as lead, it is ruled by the planet Saturn in Capricorn. So the original form of lead from this planet came from one of the moons of Saturn. Lead, onyx, and the garnet, same thing. Okay, the metal that is ruled by Aquarius is aluminum. The metal that is ruled by Aquarius is aluminum. Okay, aluminum foil, aluminum hats, aluminum cans, aluminum. It is a metal that comes from Uranus. I'm gonna repeat, it is a metal that comes from Uranus. And if you study astrology and astronomy, you would know that the sun and Uranus are total opposites. The sun and Uranus are polar opposites. So what is aluminum? Aluminum is the complete opposite energy as gold. Gold shoots out magnetism and repairs your aura, is the battery charger of your aura. Aluminum reflects and repels. Aluminum reflects and repels energy. But the aura and the gold absorbs energy through magnetism. So right then and there, it's showing you the truth through the zodiac, through the crystals, and through the metals. They're all interconnected. They're all intertwined, people. The sun energy is the complete opposite of Uranus energy. So gold holds the complete opposite energy as the aluminum. They hold completely opposite energies. Gold is magnetism and builds up your aura. Builds up your aura. The aluminum, okay, repels energy. Repels is a repellent. It doesn't absorb anything. It repels it. Okay, aluminum. So when we look at Pisces, the metal that's ruled by Pisces, we're going to look at platinum. We're going to look at platinum, which if you do the etymology of platinum, platinum means the silver under the river. The silver under the river. Okay? The silver in the water. What is Pisces and what is Neptune? Neptune and Pisces are the water. The water, okay? Tapping into the Nephilim, that's how you get the word Neptune from the Nephilim. The ones who brought the flood with water from the individuals controlled by the Pisces energy known as the Nephilim. That's how they named your planet Neptune after the Nephilim who were in control of the water. So when we look at Neptune, it's a planet of water. And the metal that comes from Neptune is the platinum, which in the etymology of that means little silver in the river, silver under the water. Okay, like I said, it's all interconnected through etymology, through astrology. And when you start studying the power and the energy of these metals and these crystals, each metal and crystal is ruled by a different zodiac sign, ruled by a different chakra, and comes from a different damn planet. Okay? That is the Area 51 secret that they will never tell us. That is the Area 51 secret that they are keeping away from the whole world. This planet consists of elements that originally come from Saturn, but were on different planets as well. So when Maldek hit Tiamat, we had a whole bunch of different elements that were forming on this earth from different extraterrestrial objects, okay? Different planets. Those elements were formed on this earth after the destruction of Tiamat and Maldek, okay? And when you want to tap into certain frequencies, you have to get a hold of only a specific kind of metals or crystals. Like I said, each metal and crystal is ruled by a different zodiac sign and a different metal. Okay? If you want to heal your aura, you get a kyanite wand. You get what's called a kyanite wand. If you want to heal your aura, okay, you want to be by moving water. You want to cleanse yourself in moving water. Then you want to have somebody, you see what I'm saying, who has a balanced aura, wave a kyanite wand around your body. Okay? Then you maybe even want to burn some sage, okay, and intake the sage to cleanse your whole system. Then to give your chakras strength after they've been cleansed, you look up what each stone rules each chakra, or each stone that rules each zodiac sign, and obtain that and rub it over each chakra point on your body. That is how you cleanse yourself. That is how you cleanse your aura. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what's going to have to be done in between 2016 and 2020. Now, I know a lot of people are looking at me like I'm crazy, but from 2016 to 2020, this is going to be the time period where the most demon entities and the most negative energy forces are on this planet. So we are going to have to physically gear up and put shields over ourselves. And the best way to do that is through these healing crystals, through these precious metals, and through magnets, through plants and magnets and herbs and natural herbs. Okay? So I'm telling you, we are going to have to physically gear ourselves, whether we have those 13 crystals I just named as a necklace, as a bracelet, you see what I'm saying? Or we have them over the walls of our houses, okay? We are going to have to physically gear ourselves. So, you see what I'm saying? When the pole shift happens and we have all these demon entities on this planet, we can be protected physically, okay? This is physical warfare. This is spiritual warfare. This is psychological warfare. And we are going to have to prepare ourselves and, physically, spiritually, and mentally. All three aspects, we are going to have to prepare ourselves. And getting the knowledge, you see what I'm saying, of these crystals and the powers that they hold. And the same thing with these precious metals. They're all elements that come from Ale. And we need that to power up our aura so we can escape Ale, so we can escape Ale's matrix and reach them damn stargates when the pole shift happens. Okay? This is very, very profound information to me. Very, very profound information. Okay? I hope I was able to help a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? By bridging the gap between the connection between crystals, metals, and the zodiac, and the connection that has with our chakras, okay, and with our overall aura. Okay, so I hope I was of great help today with the information I was able to share. My next video is going to be very, very profound. Okay, so get ready for that. I appreciate everybody who supported RFG movement, Atlantean movement. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. It's the chosen man. I'm out.